This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video here on the YouTube channel. Another week, another classic watch, 25 possible, and another one based in Germany for you today, which will be the second classic watch 25 possible on the channel based in Germany. Before we start, where can people find these horses? Well, they're on the website classicwatch25.great/site.net is where people will be able to find all these horses. Right, without further ado, we're going to crack on now with today's offering. Like I said, based in Germany, and it's this is one really for those of you that like a shorter video, really, because on this one I do not need to bang on about the pedigree as much as some of the horses in the series, because it's actually, this horse coming up is actually quite closely related to a horse we've already looked at, and so I can just embed the YouTube channel video to that horse at some point during it, and then people can watch that video. It saves me repeating myself, and saves repeated content on the channel. Without further ado, the horse in question is Lifetimes. Lifetimes, a colt sired by Glen Eagles out of a dam called La Petite Virginia, who herself was sired by Königsteiger. People will see there, if they look on the German site, turftimes.de. It's not brilliant, but it's about the best there is in Germany, that the horse is already a Group 3 winning 2-year-old, which is the best it can do without leaving Germany. There is no Group 2 races above Group 3 in Germany all season. People will see that the horse was bred by Gestet Fahrhof. I think it's owned by Stallhanser and trained by Peter Schergen. If people look at the horse on the Racing Post Lifetimes, they will see that the healthy contempt that the Racing Post has for German debutante races is still very much on evidence here, as the Racing Post only has the horse winning one race. People look at the racing section of the horse on the Turf Times. They will see that the horse has actually raced twice, winning a Sparkasse Dortmund Rennen race on the 15th of the 9th, and then coming back on the 13th of the 10th to take out the Group 3 Chrysler Winter Favoriten. Both races that the horse has won have been taken out over a mile. People will see that the horse is also entered in the German Derby, which is the only time the German 3-year-olds can race against their own age groups and win a Group 1 race, the German Derby and the German Oaks, and then it is against the older horses for them after that. So the Racing Post still a bit behind, 1 run, 1 win, with a rating of 98, which the horse gained when beating Think Giant by 3/4 of a length to win the Group 3 Price de Winter Favorite. Be very interesting to see how this horse progresses through this season. People look at the horse through the Thoroughbred online query, they will see that they are up to date with the horse Lifetimes. 2 starts, 2 wins, and career earnings €91,000 in Germany at 2 first in the Price de Winter Favoriten of 2024. What we need to do, we need to take a look at the dam line of the horse Lifetimes, is dam line 9E. What we're going to do with this horse is we're only going to go really not very far at all, because the dams La Virginia and La Dorada were also the second and the third dams of this horse Lifetimes are also mentioned in the video on Lazio that we did for Classic Watch 25 Possibles. So we'll take a quick look at the dams, any horses out of the first dam that the horse is related to, and then when we get to the third dam, La Dorada, I will include a link to the video on Lazio that was done last week. And then if people really do want a deep dive into the pedigree of Lifetimes, they can also do that, and they can also learn about Lazio as well in the video. And then what we will do is we will take a quick look at where this all fits in on the historical dam line 9E, and then we will watch the horse win twice on both its starts. We will watch the horse win at Dortmund on the 15th of the 9th, and we'll watch the horse win the price to win to Faverton as well on the 13th of the 10th. Before we even get to the first dam, La Petite Virginia, we need to take a look at a horse, because Lifetimes is actually a half sister to this horse here, La Petite Coco, sired by Ruler of the World, out of the dam called La Petite Virginia. You'll see there that La Petite Coco had a very good career, really. 9 starts, managing to win 5 of them, finishing in the first 3 in 7 of her 9 starts, for career earnings of €358,229 and £57,431 British pounds. People see the horse had a good career at 3. The horse won the 2021 Group 2 Blandford Stakes, and the horse also won the Group 3 Give Thanks Stakes, as well as finishing second in the listed Nace Oaks trial. But it was at 4 in 2022 that the horse stepped up to Group 1 level, managing to secure that elusive Group 1 victory in the Pretty Polly Stakes over 10 furlongs at the Coa. And the horse also finished third in the Grade 1 Yorkshire Oaks at York, over a mile and a half in the same season, 2022. The horse trained by Paddy Tomey, and the horse raced in Ireland and Great Britain, owned by Team Valor International. Very good horse, La Petite Coco was. Both these horses, Lifetimes and La Petite Coco, are out of the same dam. La Petite Virginia, a mare foaled in 2009, sired by Königsteiger, out of a dam called La Virginia, who herself was foaled in 1988. People take a look at the race form of La Petite Virginia. They will see that she is unraced. She is a very well-bred horse, though. The second dam, La Virginia, a mare foaled in 1988, sired by Sarumu, out of a dam called La Dorada, who foaled in 1974. People will see that if they take a look at the form of La Virginia, she raced 12 times. She was in the first 3 in half of her starts, 6 of 12, winning twice, with career earnings of €11,760. Sadly, no black type to mention around La Virginia. She's a 10 furlong turf winner, and she's also the dam of Laverco, Lavaron, and Lionel's Glory. They are horses that were looked at closer stage in the Lazio video. So we will take a look at them shortly, and you'll see there that La Virginia is a multiple black type producer. That leads us onto the third dam of the horse, La Dorada, foaled in the same year as me, 1974, sired by Quernzager, a French-based horse, out of a dam called Lovin, who was foaled in 1966. People will see that if they look at the thoroughbred database, it's telling us that La Dorada only had 8 starts, but her race record is unknown. But what we can tell you is the horse was the champion 2-year-old filly in Germany in 1976, taking out the Ostermann Pokal and the Ratibor Rennen of that year, 1976. I'm pretty sure the Ratibor Rennen is a pattern race now. Not too sure about the first one, the Ostermann Pokal, but she was the champion 2-year-old filly in Germany. We'll take a look at historical dam line 9E. Now, this is our section. There's Lovin, who is the dam of La Dorada, who was foaled in 1966. And if we go back to Lovin, we will go down to here. There is La Virginia down there, the dam of 2 classic winners, Laverco and Lavaron. There's also other classic winners in the pedigree as well to take a look at as well. as other decent stallions that we decided to take a look at as well. Some very nice horses. If people go back as far as Lovin foaled in 1966, there is La Dorada, and there is our section really, but there's others as well. What I will do now is I will include a video of the Classic Watch 25 Possibles video that we did on Lazio. So people can really, if people are that way inclined, they really can take a look back and understand these horses and see what we have. I can do that really by putting a YouTube channel video card in the position of this video, which I will do now. And then we can head back to Lifetimes. Like I said, Lifetimes, 2 races in his career, and we can take a look at both of those victories now. I think people, these races can be quite difficult to find because people do need to pretend to be in Germany. Where we get these videos, they do not really like visitors outside of Germany to their sites. So people need to pretend to be from Germany, and they can watch these races quite comfortably once they decide to do that. I'll close down a few tabs first to save some CPU, and then we will take a look at Lifetime's Get Off the Mark on the 15th of September at Dortmund.
Geht hinein, alle drin und Start erfolgt, zweites Rennen, Sparkasse Dortmund Rennen. Alles geht geschlossen auf die Reise, am Ende des Feldes aber Pandora Pari zu sehen. Wer kann sich durchsetzen? Viele bewerben sich hier für den Platz an der Sonne. Lifetimes ist hier mit Kopfvorteil im Moment auszumachen, hat hier das Kommando. Bei flottem Tempo ist das Feld unterwegs, auch Rockschala ist dicht auf, gleich zeigt schnelle Beine und dazu gesellt sich Bright Smiles außen. Die längste Quote im Feld zieht jetzt nach vorne. Hat das Kommando genommen, dahinter ist dann Lifetimes. Außen noch Fretete, jetzt das dritte Pferd mit Rockschala. Saralina ist dahinter auszumachen. Pandora Pari am Ende des Feldes und so geht es bei flottem Tempo durch den Bogen. Bright Smiles zeigt den Weg, führt mit 2 Längen. Lifetimes der erste Verfolger. An der Außenseite Nofretete dabei und Rockschala ist an der Innenseite vor Saralina. Dann Pandora Pari am Ende des Feldes. Und das Feld auf dem Weg in den Einlauf. Bright Smiles bringt das Feld auf die Gerade. Lifetime sofort zur Stelle mit Nofretete an der Außenseite. Dahinter bietet sich Rockschala an. Aber immer noch Bright Smiles vorne. Jetzt aber kommt Lifetimes, wird stärker. An der Außenseite ist da noch Rockschala dabei mit Nofretete vor Saralina, dann Pandora Pari. Lifetimes hat jetzt unwiderstehlich das Kommando übernommen. Hat das Kommando, führt mit 2 Längen gleich. Dahinter muss jetzt Bright Smiles klein beigeben anscheinend, zumindest was den Sieg betrifft. Kämpft aber wacker fürs zweite Geld weiter gegen Rockschala. Und Bright Smiles wird wohl Zweite werden. Lifetimes aber wird gewinnen. Lifetimes gewinnt und dann Überraschung. Bright Smiles zweites Pferd vor Rockschala. 4. Rang für Saralina, dann Nofretete und dann Pandora Pari, das letzte Pferd im Ziel.
A fairly comfortable win there, it's fair to say, on debut for Lifetimes there. I thought really the horse scooted clear, and I thought it won fairly well there. Once the horse hit the front in that race, there was only going to be one winner, wasn't there, in that Category D race over a mile at Dortmund. As expected for a horse as well bred as Lifetimes, it was straight after winning first time out. It was straight into what is a limited German pattern for German-based 2-year-olds. Entering one of the races at the highest level, there's the price to Winter Fabriton for colts, and there's one for fillies as well, which the name escapes me at the moment. Winter Kernigan, the price to Winter Kernigan, is also a Group 3 race for German fillies. There is a couple of pattern races as well. The Ratibor Rennen, that might even be a Group 3 now. It's definitely a listed race. But there was no question really that once Lifetimes had won that easily on its debut, that it was always going to step up into pattern company, and it did that on the 13th of September 2024 when the horse went to Cologne and ran in the Group 3 Chrysler Winter Favoriton. And we can take a look at that race now.
Für Wettstar.de Preis des Winterfavorit Europagruppe 3. Alle Startler und Boxentüren auf an der 1600 Meter Marke. Namelord hatte erwartungsgemäß den besten Start mit Kölsch gut auf die Beine gekommen, genauso wie Lifetimes an der Innenseite. Kölsch also geht nach vorne von Namelord außen, Lifetimes, dann Serienadler und Think Giant auf Warten geritten am Ende des Feldes. Komplett an den Außenrails sind sie diesmal unterwegs dort auf dem vermeintlich etwas besseren Boden. Namelord wie zuletzt in Hannover von der Spitze vor Kölsch innen, vor Serienadler. Dahinter Think Giant und Lifetimes findet sich mittlerweile am Ende des kleinen, aber feinen Feldes wieder. Ausgangs der Gegenseite über den Übergang geht es und jetzt natürlich logischerweise auch an die Innenrails dort. Namelord führt vor Kölsch in zweiter Position, Serienadler drittes Pferd, Lifetimes innen vierter und Think Giant am Ende des Feldes. So geht es durch den Schlussbogen bereits hindurch. Keine zwei Längen trennt diese 5 Kandidaten in Richtung langer Kölner Zielgeraden. Namelord führt vor Serienadler an der Außenseite, dahinter Kölsch innen vor Lifetimes und vor Think Giant. 600 Meter im Wettstar.de Preis des Winterfavoriten und Namelord an der Innenseite führt vor Serienadler, dahinter Lifetimes, außen Think Giant, tut sich noch nicht ganz so leicht, muss erstmal richtig auf Touren kommen. Tolles Finale bahnt sich an, Kölsch an der Innenseite, 4 Pferde noch mit Siegchancen, Think Giant an der Außenseite, Serienadler, Lifetimes zwischen den Pferden und an der Innenseite Kölsch, außen spielt die Musik, Think Giant ist da, Think Giant mit Lifetimes, der kommt aber riesig zurück. Lifetimes an der Innenseite, Think Giant, der Bescheid ist. Keine Antwort mehr. Lifetimes in den Farben des Vorjahressiegers. Geography gewinnt auch in diesem Jahr Peter Schürgen dieses Rennen. Lifetimes gewinnt gegen Think Giant, dann Serienadler Kölsch und Namelord.
That one, it's safe to say, was a bit less visually impressive. I think it would be fair to say of the horse there, Lifetimes. Although to be fair to him, he did grind out the victory, and I think the horse was always doing enough to hold the second place horse in that race. He ran well, but I don't think he was ever getting as close as he needed to be to trouble Lifetimes there at the end of this race. People will see that the Gleneagle side colt, 2 out of 2. Is he a classic horse, Lifetime? Well, in my opinion, most horses that do end up in the Price to Winter Kernighan or the Price to Winter Favoriton, I do think at some point are classic horses based in Germany. They might have to step up to 1.5 miles to land the Group 1 honours in the Derby. But as people saw, the horse Lifetimes is entered in the Derby. Whether the horse takes in the Group 2 race first, the German 2,000 guineas, remains to be seen. I don't think the horse is a slow horse, but I do think his pedigree leads him plenty of classic winners in his pedigree. So who knows? He could turn up in the guineas as well. But people saw there, like I said, the horse already entered in the German Derby. So could he be another one to try and bid for Group 1 glory in his home country against his peers at 3? Time will tell. Just a quick reminder, where can people find these horses? classicwatch25.great/site.net is where people can find these horses. I will leave this video here now. Thank you very much to everybody who has taken the time to watch the video. It's always very much appreciated. What I will do at the end of the video is I will leave a copy for everybody who has watched the video and has chosen not to subscribe to the video to this point, to the channel, sorry, at this point. I will give you all an opportunity to subscribe to the channel. And I will also leave a copy of the Classic Watch 25 playlist at the end of the video as well. So people will be able to see all of the horses that are possible for Classic Watch 2025, as we head into the middle of February, with Europe poised to wake up from its winter slumber and maybe start running to maybe March and April time. There's surely some time for the Summer European trials. But for now, take care, everybody. Have a fantastic week ahead. Look after yourselves and your loved ones, and goodbye.